Welcome to the recorded presentation about the Baltimore Region Climate Action Plan. My name is Mike Kelly, and I'm the Executive Director here at the Baltimore Metropolitan Council. The Baltimore Metropolitan Council is our region's council of government. It's the place where Baltimore City and 6 surrounding jurisdictions come together to cooperate on a range of regional needs and priorities, including transportation, energy purchasing, emergency preparedness, and in this case, climate change. Our job is to help our local governments work together to provide the best outcomes for the residents of our region. First, I will briefly describe climate change and greenhouse gas pollution. Then I'm going to turn it over to Sarah Tomlinson, who will present background information on the project and development of the Priority Climate Action Plan, known as the PCAP. Sarah will provide an overview of exactly what's included in the PCAP. Finally, Sarah will share details on next steps and how you can get involved. We've all heard about climate change and greenhouse gas pollution, but how is it affecting the Baltimore region? In April of 2024, temperatures reached 92 degrees in Baltimore, breaking a 50-year-old heat record. In January 2024, Annapolis saw high tides, strong winds, and heavy rain that led to record flooding. A 2023 State of the Air report by the American Lung Association gave grades of D or F to 9 of Maryland's 24 counties. These events are due to climate change and greenhouse gas pollution. In short, climate change means changes in the average conditions, such as temperature and rainfall, in a region over a long period of time. Greenhouse gases, or GHG, are gases in the Earth's atmosphere that trap heat and raise the planet's surface temperatures. Many human activities are causing greenhouse gases to rapidly increase, which contributes to climate change. We'll get more into that later on. Now I'm going to hand it over to Sarah Tomlinson.
Hi, my name is Sarah Tomlinson. I'm a senior engineer at the Baltimore Metropolitan Council. I'm here to present some background information on this project. The U.S. EPA, or Environmental Protection Agency, provides grants to states, local governments, tribes, and territories to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and other harmful air pollution. These grants are called the Climate Pollution Reduction Grants. The Baltimore Metropolitan Council applied for and received a $1 million planning grant for the Baltimore region. After the planning phase is complete, preparation for the implementation phase will begin. As part of the planning grant, we developed a Priority Climate Action Plan, also called the PCAP, for the Baltimore region. Let's look at how we developed the PCAP. 3 groups worked together to develop the Baltimore Region Priority Climate Action Plan. They include the Baltimore Metropolitan Council, ICLEI, Local Governments for Sustainability USA, who help with the scientific research and analysis, and the members of the Baltimore Region CPRG Steering Committee, which is made up of representatives from each of the 7 jurisdictions in the region. The PCAP covers climate action planning in Baltimore City and Baltimore County, Anne Arundel County, Carroll County, Hartford County, Howard County, and Queen Anne's County. As much as possible, we build in pieces of existing climate action plans, climate-related goals, and plans from local jurisdictions. You can view the full PCAP at bit.ly/Baltimore Region PCAP or by scanning the QR code shown on the screen. We know that historically disinvested communities are more deeply impacted by climate change and greenhouse gas pollution. So the PCAP specifically addresses how to reduce harm in those communities. We use a variety of tools to identify low-income, disadvantaged communities in the Baltimore region, which you can see on this map. We are committed to engaging those residents as we move forward. So what is a Priority Climate Action Plan? It's a report that explains some things about greenhouse gases in the region. The greenhouse gas inventory shows how much pollution there is and where it's coming from. Greenhouse gas projections predict how much pollution there will continue to be if we don't act. Reduction targets are goals for how much we want to reduce pollution, and reduction measures are ways we can meet those goals. On the next slide, you'll see a pie chart showing some details of the greenhouse gas inventory. In order to reduce pollution, we have to understand where it's coming from. Almost half of the pollution, as you can see on this pie chart, comes from transportation and mobile sources, such as cars, trucks, buses, and other vehicles we drive. The next biggest sources are residential energy and commercial energy, which comes from doing things such as heating and cooling our homes and office spaces. On this next slide, you'll see greenhouse gas emission projections. These are projections that are what we would see before any interventions to reduce pollution through 2050. As you can see, the emissions go down and then just slightly increase at the end. Remember, this is what we would see without any intervention. We can only measure success if we know what our goals are. That's why the Priority Climate Action Plan contains reduction targets, so we know where we are and where we want to be. Our first reduction target is to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 60% by the year 2031. Our second target is to be net zero by the year 2045. This means that greenhouse gas emissions produced are balanced with those that are removed from the atmosphere by things such as trees. These goals are science-based and in line with the Paris Climate Agreement, where world leaders, including the United States, agreed to try to keep global temperatures from rising by more than 1.5 degrees Celsius or 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit. We have to take action to meet our goals, which is why the PCAP includes 7 measures, along with strategies and actions that support the measures. I'm going to briefly describe them now, but you can view the PCAP to see more details. Measure 1 is to reduce transportation-related emissions. These strategies focus on making transportation cleaner and reducing vehicle usage. Measure 2 is to electrify cars and trucks. These strategies are geared towards increasing electric vehicle charging infrastructure and technologies. Measure 3 is to reduce building and energy-related emissions. These strategies are intended to support electrification and natural energy such as solar and geothermal. Measure 4 is to reduce trash-related emissions. These strategies encourage composting, upcycling, and reutilization. Measure 5 is to reduce carbon dioxide emissions. These types of strategies are geared towards planting more trees, expanding green spaces, and protecting natural habitats. Measure 6 is to provide help for local governments. This includes encouraging training government staff and creating jobs to meet climate goals. And lastly, Measure 7 is to engage residents in the Baltimore region. These types of strategies focus on engaging historically disinvested communities in culturally relevant ways. The next step is to prepare a comprehensive climate action plan. The Comprehensive Climate Action Plan, or CCAP, is a more thorough report that will build off the Priority Climate Action Plan based on input from community members. The CCAP will be completed in June 2025. Now that you learned about the Priority Climate Action Plan, we want to know what you think and what should be included in the upcoming CCAP. Visit our website at publicinput.com/climate plan for your one-stop shop to stay updated and access all the information. We encourage you to take our survey, which is on our website. You can also complete the survey by texting keyword climate plan to 73224. You can submit comments by calling 855-925-2801 extension 10427 or email climateplan@publicinput.com. Be sure to follow Baltimore Metropolitan Council on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and X to learn the latest information. We invite you to share our post and to post about the Baltimore Region Climate Action Plan by using hashtag #BeMoreAreaClimatePlan. Thank you for your time. We look forward to working with you to act for climate change in the Baltimore region.